A man used to work at a temple, and his job was to clean it. The priest would give him a small amount out of the donations made by devotees at the temple as payment for his work. He was very upset with his life because he was very poor and had a hard life. While working in the temple, he used to complain to God about his life all the time. One day, while looking at the idol, he said to God, "How easy your life is. You get to stay comfortably in one place. Look at me, what a difficult life I am living. I work hard throughout the day just to have enough food to get by. I wish my life was like yours." Just then, he heard a voice coming from the idol. God said, "It is not what you are thinking. My life is not easy at all. I have to look after many things and make many arrangements. It's not something that anyone can do." "What are you saying? Your job is easy. Like you, I too can stand here all day long. What's the big deal in that?" replied the man. The voice replied, "You won't be able to do it. This work requires a lot of patience." "I surely can. Just let me live one day of your life," insisted the man. God agreed and said, "Okay, today you will live my life, but I have a condition." The man replied, "I am ready to accept every condition." God said, "Listen carefully. Many people will come to the temple throughout the day and say a lot to you. Some will say good things to you, some will be bad. You have to listen to everyone with patience and not react to them. The condition is that you can't say anything. Whatever happens, just stay still." The man agreed. For the rest of the day, God and the servant exchanged their lives. The servant went inside and stood at the idol's place, and God started working in the man's place. When the work was done, God left from there. After some time, a rich man came to the temple and prayed to God, "I am setting up a new factory. Bless me so that this factory runs well and I can make good profit from it." After praying, he bowed down, and at that moment his wallet fell. When the rich man was leaving, the servant of the temple who was standing in God's place felt like telling him about the wallet, but he kept quiet because of the condition to remain silent. Soon after this, a poor man came and said to God, "I am very poor. I don't have money to feed my family, and I have to arrange medicine for my ill mother. I can't understand how I can handle all this. Please God, do some miracle and arrange some money." When he was about to leave after praying, the poor man saw the wallet. He picked it up and said, "Thank you God, you heard my prayer so quickly. With this money, I can buy food and medicine." The man who was in God's place saw this and wanted to tell him that the wallet belonged to the merchant and that God had not given to him. What he was doing was stealing, but he was compelled to remain silent. Just then, a third person came to the temple, who was a sailor and was going on a sea voyage for 15 days. He came to pray to God for a safe journey and return. While he was praying, the rich merchant came there with the police. Seeing the sailor, he told the police, "He came to the temple after me. Surely he must have stolen my wallet. You should arrest him." Even when the sailor said that he didn't steal anything, the police arrested the sailor and started taking him away. The man who became God couldn't bear this injustice happening in front of him, but he couldn't speak due to the condition he had agreed upon. However, he felt that if he remained silent now, it would be wrong. So he broke his silence, and a voice came from God's idol. "You are taking the wrong person away. This wallet was not stolen by the sailor, but by the poor person who came before him. I have seen everything. How can one not listen to God?" Hearing this, the police released the sailor and apprehended the poor man who had taken the wallet. When God came back to the temple in the evening, the man who was standing at God's place narrated the whole day's account with pride, explaining how he prevented injustice from happening to a person. Upon hearing his words, God said, "What have you done? I told you to stand silently as an idol. By speaking, you ruined my whole plan." That rich man had earned so much money by doing bad deeds. If the poor man had gotten some money out of that, he could have lived well, and the merchant's sin would also be somewhat reduced. The sailor who went on the sea voyage will not be able to come back alive because a big storm is coming in the sea. If he had been arrested and had been in jail for a few days, he would have at least survived. Hearing this, the servant realized that he was only able to see what was in front of him and couldn't see the reality behind all of that, whereas God considered every aspect of life, made his plans, and governed the lives of people. We cannot understand God's plan when something wrong happens to us or something is not happening according to our desires. We lose patience and start blaming God. In difficult times, we need to maintain patience by keeping faith in God. If something is not happening according to our will, it means that it is happening according to the will of God.